Hi guys and welcome to another video. If you want to create unlimited blog posts for your brand, this is actually the video for you, because as you guys can see here on my screen, I will show you how can you create a blog generator for your blog or for your brand, and actually creates really good articles, okay, and actually SEO optimize. I'll say, as you know, some of the times, and most of the times, when you do it on ChatGPT or even in other ones like Claude, may not be like the best output. It can give some errors, as you know, words like enhance all the time. So I want to show you how you can actually do it on Make and have more than one assistant to actually rewrite the blog post in a more optimized way. Okay, and as you guys can see here, what we will do today is that first of all, it will actually create the ideas for us, okay, every single day, or like every 9 a.m, for example, like every Monday. It will run this automation and it will randomly choose topics around what I will tell him to create the blog post. So we don't need any like spreadsheet with keywords and so on. Some people do that, and that's another way to do it. You can have like a spreadsheet with some topics and keywords, and you just give it, and then the automation start. In this case specific, like if you don't have the time and you just want to have to be present online and have like have be an active blog, I think this one is the one for you that you want to go for, because it will start automatically, okay, and you don't have to worry about the topics he will create for you. Another thing that I want to tell you as well, guys, is that the main thing about this automation is, as we always say, is actually ends here on the Google Doc. So it will create the Google Doc. I will show you here an example that I just did, and then the goal here is just to create the blog post for you. It now is like two per run, and the main goal is for you to every day check the Google Docs, check the folder that you want to put the blog post, and of course do a manual revision. Like if you have a team, if you have someone on marketing and you want to create in volume, but then have like a manual touch to it. As we always speak here, even for social media and so on, AI is not super there yet. Of course, there is some errors. There is some like angle that doesn't quite explains your brand, your tone of voice. Even though if you have like the best assistant, sometimes can have errors, can have like these formats on the text. So we always recommend, even on automations, to have a manual step before you push it online. Now, as you guys can see here, I will show you at the end of this video that you can actually directly post on like something like WordPress, but I always recommend to stop on Google Doc or stop on a spreadsheet, then revise manually, do some manual work, and then you can actually or change the status and automatically will post it, or you can post it yourself. It's still, a way to go. I think ChatGPT and Claude are almost there in perfection, but not there yet. Okay, so guys, again, this automation I will explain today goes to the Google Docs, and you can do other stuff like going to WordPress, Medium, Wix, wherever website platform you use, you can just do it. Okay, so really simple, as I told you. Everything starts with the ideas, then it goes to a JSON just to format the stuff, and then basically all of these ChatGPTs are basically rewritings of the output to improve the quality of the final article. Okay, so we have the outlining, so you'll give like the bullet point for the article. Then basically what it'll do is like it will create an article here, okay, around this topic. Then what we will do is that we will rewrite it, optimizing for SEO. Then we will rewrite it again, but to make sure that it's readable and like a 5 grade level can read it, so it will make words even better. The auto kind of more human, I would say. So these are like a really cool step. And then the final just to generate an image. If you want to use like WordPress, as I told you, this image doesn't go directly to Google Docs. But if you use a WordPress, I put this step here. So if you just want to use the Google Docs, you can delete this last step of the Ali. If not, you can just skip it as a step. Of course, if you are seeing this video, all the files will be inside of our community. So if you are checking this video and you're not on our community school, please check the link below, probably there. Just join our school community and you have all the files. So you can just come here on the three little dots, import this kind of workflow and the file, and you have everything for you. So don't have to do anything. All all the prompts will be right in here, so you don't have to write anything. So just go our school, and if you're checking our community, just grab the link below. It'll be way easier to just import and use this one. Okay, so let's start really quickly. Okay, so first of all, the first one, as I said, it can be a timer every single day, 9 a.m. on a Monday, whatever you want. To click on this clock and just choose the interval that you want. Here, just for test purposes, 50 minutes, but you can change whatever you want. And this is the first step. Okay, so the first step, we use Chat for Omini, just because it's cheaper. And then basically what we have is the system. It creates a list of 2 blog post titles, and this is just the assistant. Again, if you are watching this and you have the file, these will be included, so not to worry. But basically, we always like to structure ChatGPT outputs in JSON format most of the times, and this is just an example. Okay, we want blog idea number 1, blog idea number 2, and easy on this format here. Okay, then basically what we have here, again, just some no custom variables, so there is no errors when creating the titles. And as you guys can see here, basically what we have is like, make sure this is our blog post related to high traffic keywords and can rank for SEO. So already giving like a tip that we want an SEO optimized article. And basically what we explain a little bit about what we do. So in this case, was just an example. We're offering interior design services, and we are looking to get our blog in front of anyone potentially planning a new house decor or moving for a new house. We can cover any high traffic keyword related to interior design and decoration, for example. And then I give some examples: top tips to organize a kitchen, top decor styles for a small living room, 5 elements to decorating a minimalist bedroom, how much does an interior designer cost. Okay, so just as examples, you can then change for your brand or for your market and niche. And then max tokens, it can be 1,000. That's totally fine. So that's first, number 1. Then we have the JSON. Pretty simple. Just on the string, you put the result that you want from ChatGPT. So we have to parse the JSON, okay, to become more structured. And then basically what we have, we use an iterator from the JSON to just individually choose, because we have 2 blog posts. Okay, if you just have one, you don't need this array. But as we have 2 ideas every single time, we want the bundles to be separated, so we can run the next modules one each. Okay, so that's the array here. Okay, and basically what we have then is just a filter, basically saying that the bundles needs to be 1 and 2, just because sometimes it can give some errors. You probably don't need this filter, but we see that sometimes that there's some errors on JSON. Sometimes ChatGPT can give like a different format, so we just wanted to make sure that these are only the 2 ideas that we want to go forward. And now it starts the juice process. Okay, so the first one, as I told you, is just an outline for this blog post idea. Okay, and basically what we choose is choose the value from the iterator. Okay, because it's 1 idea each. Okay, so we again choose for Omini. We go all the way down, and then the assistant just say, make sure to use markdowns of the outline, make sure to have a list of bunch of 3 or greater. If a section is oriented around the list, then provide at least 10, unless it's not possible. Again, this is just an example that we use to actually create more than just, sometimes, as you know, ChatGPT create really small articles or really small bullet points. This is just to force ChatGPT to actually create at least 10, or at least to push it to create more and have a bigger article. Okay, but as I said, if you have the file on our community below, you will have everything here laid down for you, so don't have to worry about the prompts. But basically creates the outline. Then what will happen is that it actually creates the blog, so we go and fetch the result from the previous one. And then, as you say here, this is another prompt that we use, which is basically we want like at least 1,200 words. Again, the same kind of example, trying to push it, which is if you want to provide bullet points or something, give as many as possible, at least 10. And we give an example of the top colors to use this year, at least give us 10. Of course, this is an exaggeration, but it's just for him to force it to create more. And basically we give some kind of information if you want to use on the blog post, like our name, our industry, and the objective, which is to provide a very informative blog post to potential clients looking to hire interior design service. And then we have the tone of voice, which is funny, engaging, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's the assistant. Again, you can use user here as well. We like to use the assistant just because it's easier and he has a better output, to be honest. So again, first blog, so it creates the 2 blogs that from the idea that grab it here. Then the second 2 are just to improve. These are kind of like the trick here, is just to improve the article. Okay, because if you just keep this one, and you can stop here and then go all to the document, but you will see that the output is not the best and have a lot of like non-human words, not super optimized for SEO. It doesn't have like a decent number of keywords that you want to rank for. So you can stop here, but these are actually where the juice, I'll say, is. So basically, the first one is that just to rewrite the blog post as a SEO friendly. And the assistant again here on message 2, you just, we just want to include 5 different keywords on this article. Incorporate these 5 keywords is a keyword density of 3 and 5%. So this is like more like SEO rules to keep in mind. So less 3 headers with a keyword in them. So just kind of like, I'll say, instructions to be better or optimized for SEO. Okay. Again, we use max token, but this will just rewrite the 2 blog posts more SEO friendly. The second one is just to rewrite again, but just to make sure that there's no spelling. So this is actually the teacher at the end that will just supervise and proofreading the entire article, and just will do some tweaks on it just to be more readable, more natural, no grammar spelling mistakes, and nothing like that. Okay, so this is just like a little cool last step that you can actually use even for social media posts. You can actually use something like this just to analyze and read the social post again, and just see if there is no misspelled mistakes, or if there is like, if it's more natural, and try to put better words on the social media post. So you can actually use it as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it on the entire thing. Then we generate the image, which is Deli Ali 3, create another image for this blog post, and just have the value, which is the title of the idea. Size 1024 and 1024, standard natural image file. Okay. Again, if you just want to use the Google Doc, you can delete this module if you don't want an image. If you want the image, you can stay there. And then the last one is just to create a document with the title. Content is just the last one. We already bulletproof everything and SEO optimize. So it's the last step. And here you just go to test because we are testing it out. Okay. And that's pretty much it, guys. Okay. This is pretty cool but simple automation, but it generates really, really good input. And then, as I said, you can actually use something like WordPress, and I'll show you what WordPress is. You can actually create a post. Okay, so you can connect your WordPress here. You can connect Squarespace. You can connect Wix, all the major website platforms. You can actually connect it. And as you can see here, you just choose the title, choose the content. Will be the last one here. Its type is a post. Then the date is now. So right now, if you want to schedule right now. Then there is like this slug, which is basically the last URL, the last part of the URL, that we use the title with a little dash. You can actually copy these if you have the file, but that's pretty much it, guys. And then the last one, just to create the media, if you want to put the image there. And again, we have to map it. We choose the image data on the Deli Ali that we created. You can create a title, file name. Again, it is just a test. You can even just put like the name of the title if you want. But yeah, and then the post ID will be the last post ID. Okay, because you create the post with the text, and then you add the image. Okay. But yeah, as I said, this is actually the last step. So I will unlink it so for you to see it. But as I said, from here you can actually use whatever you want: Squarespace, Wix, wherever you need. Okay. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, guys. You have full articles every single Monday, every single Tuesday, whatever you want, and it's pretty easy. And it creates really cool stuff, guys. Let me show you just one thing, what I was telling you about. Then you need to just perfect it. And you can tell other things like special, and like the last one, proofreading, for example, remove the title, because I will give you here an example that I just run. And as you can see, this was the document that created. I have the blog post, 2 dots, and the name, and it actually puts the title here. So for document purpose, this is really cool. You can just send to your team. The team can check it. You can just delete everything that you don't like it. You can rephrase it wherever you want. Okay, but for example, if you want to directly put it on WordPress, here it will appear the title, like this title here, or the title. You can put the title on the title of the post, but this is also appears on the content because this is part of the content. So in this case, you need to go to ChatGPT, last little last season module, and ask to not put the title on the output. Okay, because then it just starts in the introduction. Okay. The other thing, as you can see here, I asked him to just mark down the introduction. So this is the markdowns for both age one, age two titles, and these little ones here, what they are. Let me show you here. So this is the titles here with the hashtags, and there was a little. Let me see. Okay, I already took it, but you also have, like, I would say, the asterisks that can be in bold as well. So you can ask for markdowns. I need to put the markdowns because some of the platforms you can actually automatically put in bold, put H either one, either two, whatever you want. So again, this is another thing. If you don't want this because your platform doesn't change anything, you can actually ask ChatGPT, please don't use Markdown, because as you saw it, I said to him, write in a Markdown format, because I want that. Okay, if you don't want that, you just don't write Markdown. Okay, but as you can see, guys, it's pretty. I think it's pretty human. And again, this example, like, welcome to the heart of your home, the kitchen, is where you arrive your delicious meal, from big breakfast to light snacks. But let's be honest, a messy kitchen can turn cooking to a headache. Think about finding your favorite spatula only after your pancake is burned. Well, so I think it's pretty, like, human article, and as you can see, it's kind of pretty big and decent, right? Like, so most of the issues that we see with ChatGPT, that it creates really small articles. This is a pretty good one. Again, a lot of bullet points, of course, because this is like a top 10 tips. So that's normal. We can change a little bit the assistant to make a little bit more like, oh, just go more in depth of each point or something like that. But this is a really cool article. Again, it's really long, and it creates two every single day. So your team can just come here, change some stuff, delete these. I don't like this tip, change it, and boom, that's it, guys. And you have every single day two posts. You can have five if you want, like that. No matter, like, that's why I say that's unlimited blog posts, because you can say whatever you want. I just tell them to just create two. You can say to create 10 every single day, and it will optimize for SEO. It will make it reader friendly on the last step. And so this is really cool, guys. Again, you can even, for example, change ChatGPT on the beginning for Perplexity. As you guys know, Perplexity is also a research, I'll say, like module like ChatGPT, but it has a little bit more research. So you can actually change this module for Perplexity AI and this Perplexity. You can actually even change all of these for Claude AI. Claude is also good. It's a really good module. Have a little bit more human, I will say, most of the times in the wording. So you can even replace all of these with Claude. Just feel free to grab this and test it out your own way. But again, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Again, feel free to grab the file beneath this video if you are not on our community watching this video. But yeah, just test it out, and you'll be able to create unlimited blog posts, and really, really well written. Again, feel free to change some stuff here, like if you don't like the markdown, if you don't want the title, just tell ChatGPT that don't put the title on the document or on the output, and it'll be way better. Okay, guys, but I think the main key and secret is have these two extra steps that tell him to rewrite and to proofread the final document, and to make it more readable and more human to people. Okay, I think these two steps is what makes a difference. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Please feel free to grab the file, and I'll see you on the next video.